Hello, welcome to the Heart's Frontier. I'm Kate Graham, and if this is your first time here, then welcome. This is a place where I do mostly tarot oracle kind of videos and spiritual chats, sort of intuitive ramblings, and I like to drop little things about business or other wisdoms here and there. I will be talking more and more about business over the coming weeks, as that is my preference and my calling. I'm very excited to actually be blending intuition and the spirit realm and everything I've learned in my years of doing healing work, blended with the many more years of experience that I have in business and helping other people with their businesses. So I'm really looking forward to being back in that. And most importantly, making an impact on authentic businesses and soulful businesses and entrepreneurs who are looking to also have their spiritual self fulfilled. Because if there's anything that I've discovered while on my business journey, is that it actually really was very spiritually awakening. It really opens you up to understanding more about your value, your worth, and everything. Anyways, if you are returning, then welcome back. It's so nice to have you here. I am going to do some sort of love reading here. So I'm going to see what happens. I feel like I should do messages from your person, but I also feel called to do more than one pile. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that. Maybe you should figure that out before you jump on live, Kate. No, it's okay. We'll do it on the spot. It's all good. All good. Okay. Having some cards out for us. Hopefully you're all doing well. Let me know a word that sums you up right now as you're watching this replay. Let me know a word. I'm going to do some messages from your person. Okay, we're going to do three. We're going to do three piles. All right. So 3 messages from your person. I'm just going to go ramble and do each one. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like this video and comment if you were here when I had really short hair, because I am just realizing that my hair is still growing, that it was so short in the earlier pandemic. I really would like it to grow faster, but that's on me. I can take care of that. Let's manifest my hair growth, okay? Sometimes I watch tarot readers and they do like affirmations. So they're like, okay, this is your affirmation, type it in the comments. And I think the affirmation for this reading would be Rapunzel hair. That's the affirmation. Okay, I am going to do 3 decks of some messages, and I'll just see what comes out. So what I'm going to do is actually pull an angel card maybe, or a botanical card or something for each one. Oops. Funny, I have one of my own songs stuck in my head, so I can't even give that as a link. Well, I could give it as a link to you, but it's like hidden on my other YouTube because I'm not really ready to make them public yet, my songs, but like not in a big way anyway. So it's funny, I have one of my songs stuck in my head right now that I was just adding to. And so if you are someone who creates art or does songwriting, then this might be an invitation for you to go back to that and actually explore that again. Or if you're just a writer in general, might be time for you to focus on that a little bit more clearly. I know I've been feeling very drawn to focus on that side of myself. Let's pull some love cards. Hey, why not? Why not? I'm just going to stack up these card decks so that they're that much easier while I give you all the preamble anyway. And I wanted to mention, I am going to have a few events coming up in October. So if you haven't taken a look at my website recently, I would go take a look. You can watch the replay of the one that you might have just missed, which was talking about disconnection and moving it to greater internal connection. It's not like mind-blowing by any means. I think it's more like a comforting way for me to share some of my story, as lots of people ask me why I got into healing or how I got into healing. So it's really more so for that. And I think too, sometimes we are healed by hearing how other people have traveled through life and just the human experience. And so if there's any way that I could just keep practicing sharing stories that way, then I will. And you can also see I'm doing a pendulum event. So if you have used a pendulum, or if you'd like to learn from me some more ways to use your pendulum, I have a ton. And not all of them I even teach in Empath Energetics. I really only teach a few techniques in Empath Energetics, but then we repeat them so that people are more skilled at reading their energy on a variety of levels. I'm feeling a lot of fear in setting up to do this love and romance reading. So we're just going to see what comes out. I'm hoping that it's 3 separate voices and not one drawn out, painful voice for me. So let's just see. Okay. And I'm going to have you choose which deck you want by the Botanical Inspirations cards. And then I'm just going to separate them and see what happens. Okay. So you're going to either choose, so we have those events happening. Intro to pendulums. I've got overthinking to inner knowing, which will be another healing talk that I'll just be sharing thoughts and ideas and stories, ways that you can look at your overthinking and how you can make your decision making more efficient. Something that I have been very focused on doing myself. I make a lot of decisions in my life in order to kind of live the way that I do. So I'm happy to help people with that and feeling confident and trusting in their decisions, especially because it's, not enough to just make a decision. You've got to also feel good about it, don't you? And so that's all coming up. And then heal your funnel. So we're talking about sales and marketing funnels, basically how a customer gets to paying you and gets to you, and looking at your process and really looking at the process from start to finish. And even after they're done paying you, what their process looks like. And so you look at the journey, and then at the same time, we'll be looking at the healing process and how we go through healing. And so applying that to our business and to our sales funnel. And this one specifically will have Valerie McTavish there as well. And so she will be teaching all about healing your funnel with video. So she is who I trained with and learned from as I was starting out my healing practice, specifically in gaining confidence to come out here and do this work. So I'm really looking forward to having her there. And then at the end of the month, I will be in Scotland. So because I will be doing training and some more of the Celtic shamanism training, I won't be able to do a reading that week. So that's kind of the October what's happening. And then we will see what happens after that. And in the new year, there's a lot of unanswered questions for me. I think it's good to have some mystery in life. Okay. We have Magnolia. Magnolia is nobility and self-esteem. We have Morning Glory, which is affection and determination. And then we have Hyacinth, which is playfulness. So this is quite bright. Magnolia, Morning Glory, Hyacinth. Pick which one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Putting these away. Let's start with pile number 1. Pile number 1. And, if you want to read or listen to all of these, you can feel free to listen to all these. It's fine. You'll just take whatever messages resonate with you, and whatever I end up saying, maybe pieces of it will fit and maybe pieces of it will not. Winter would like to come say hi, but I'm not really sure how much I want her up here. So she might just whine at me. Winter is this dog that I'm pet sitting right now, and she is lovely. She's also a little bit needy. So Magnolia, pile 1, let's start with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force anything. Let's get started. Pile 1, Magnolia. So nobility and self-esteem, it says, there is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. So I see your person as really, really struggling in their self-growth journey. I feel them having a hard time battling their ego, seeing a way that they see themselves and want to see themselves. And, kind of imagining in their head that they're filled with a great sense of honor and a great sense of nobility. And I'm feeling very, very traditional qualities. So no matter the gender, come on, come here. Oh, goodness. I can't decide. That was actually Paisley who barked, not Winter, which is even funnier. Are you okay, pup? Okay, I'm just getting sad eyes from under the table. Okay, so I am feeling like your person really sees themselves as quite noble. They see themselves as Someone who is like deserving of great things in life. Like they see themselves as capable of achieving great things, and they also feel like they deserve it already by existing and having the capability, like having the potential. And I really see them actually, it's very interesting. I feel like they come across as fairly confident. They're not actually confident. And then they also on the inside come across as like overconfident, but it's hiding, like it's like multi layers of confident insecurity, like not confident at all, or and then there's certain areas, almost like it's like outdated confidence. So it's like a bravado that came from a former time in life and isn't accurate to how they feel now, you know? So it's kind of like your person is saying, like, I feel really confident, I feel really good about myself in this current way in life. But really that's like a voice they had maybe 10, 20 years ago or something. So it's sort of like it no longer applies, but they're sort of hoping that it could because they remember what it was like. That's what I feel. Yeah, finances and career. Like this person is really feeling like they're not quite where they wanted to be in their career. And so it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And that's very true for this person. They're sort of trying to reconcile with like, how did I get here? My finances don't look anything what I wanted them to. How did I get to this spot and not realize? Almost like seeing themselves as irresponsible, but then that ego getting in the way and not being able to tell themselves something like that because they remember a time where they were responsible. So it's, and they're very like caught off guard in their fear for sure, about you and about this connection. Yeah, passion. I see your person as like really, really passionate about you, and just really carrying on in a way that is very disjointed. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And this feels like your person is struggling to get like inertia, like movement. And so this like, let your heart sing out, let yourself feel light. It's like that person is just really, really resisting, really blocking their own ability to feel joy. And I do get that they are having a hard time with knowing if they're, it's like knowing if they're a jerk who is arrogant and egoic, or if they are a hurt person who is lacking, a personal security or confidence. It's like they keep going back and forth and not being sure which one is. It's like angel, devil, which one am I? And I don't know, sometimes we're kind of a mix of both of those things and they can be true. I don't know. I like to hold space for a lot of things being true. Hello, what's up? What's up, pup? Come here. Come here. No, we'll go outside. Okay, I'm gonna let her out. And hopefully she doesn't bark for me in the next 2 minutes. Although I see her waiting outside, so I could also see her doing that. Let's see. We'll see what happens. So this passion, I do feel like your person is also remembering how they feel about you. So if it's been some sort of time between like deeply connecting or seeing each other, I feel like your person just wants to express to you how much I really feel like they want to kiss you. They might have facial hair. I'm getting all this like kind of itchy feeling. They might have facial hair, your person. Take that if it resonates, obviously. Okay. Anxiety. And you also have surrender. So I just feel like a big, big fear about surrendering for your person. So it feels like this fear of letting go of themselves, or letting go of maybe something they've been working towards, or some hope that they have, or some place that they want to be thriving in. Oof. A lot of fear for this group. Feels like the surrender piece is the piece that is scary. So it's not saying that this person is anxious and all they need to do is surrender, even though it's kind of true. What it's saying is actually this idea of surrendering is the scary thing. So it's like they've got to find another way to release the anxiety. And my guess is that this person really needs like confidence. And so if you are talking with this person, I would find ways to encourage and compliment and approve what is going well and what's going right for them. And then there's humility as well. And a little owl there. It says, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So yeah, your person's like kind of wishing they took your help and wishing they knew how to take help. It feels like that surrender piece, like totally, it's like letting go, receiving, surrendering to what they know or what they feel to be true as well. Okay. I want to see more about this connection. I just want to see where it ends up here. Let's see. More from your, the only thing that is real is love. This is what your person needs to see. And then I think the next is what they're saying to you. So what your person needs to see, that is some real messages right there, eh? My gosh. It says shift your focus back to love. So this is all the person really needs to be doing, is focusing on what's real in their life, and what's real is love. What's real in all of our lives is actually love. And there's a multitude of ways that love can get expressed, but you'll know if you are stopping it, and you will know if it is not getting expressed. And this is what your person wants to say to you. It's have patience. So that may feel frustrating. I don't know where you're at, depending on your connection, of course. It may feel like, of course, I would have patience. And it says love is patient and kind always. So that's what your person wants you to see. And they need to see that the only thing that is real is love. And that's what they're trying to reconcile with. That's what they're trying to surrender to, is this connection. It's really surrendering to this connection is bringing up so much of that fear for them. Okay, let's move on to pile number 2. Pile number 1, if you want to book a reading with me, if you want to get some more clarity on you and your person, or just your own individual journey, then feel free to book from the links below. I'd also love to see you at any of the events that I have going on this October. I really love hanging out, talking online. It's awesome that so many more people get the replays and get to register and then watch it after. But I love when people are there live too, because it really does help me feel supported, helps me feel like people are watching, and always turns out a better story anyway when there are real people there. So now we're on pile number 2, morning glory. Affection and determination. This morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. I feel like your person wants to say their love for you is everlasting. I keep hearing everlasting gobstopper. So it might be like they like a lot of silliness, or they might really like sweets, because I just keep thinking of Willy Wonka. Everlasting gobstopper. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if that resonates. This determination, I feel like they have themselves very much focused on you. Oh, interesting. We have comfort and we have reflection. This reflection, it's like they're thinking about you, and they're thinking about all the times that you've had together. And in thinking about those times you had together, for your person, pile 2, it feels like it's giving them a lot of comfort and giving them a lot of peace. I'm seeing like your person sort of throwing their heart to the wind a little bit, or up to the sky. One moment. Hello. So I am seeing them sort of putting their hands up and saying, I'm just going to let myself be guided. I give up. And it's a beautiful kind of giving up. It's kind of the giving up that actually pile 1 needed, which is this surrender energy. Like the person was really struggling to surrender. And now in pile 2, this person really is in that feeling of being able to just let go of stuff that was stressing them out and say, I'm gonna let it happen. It's just really weird. I pulled surrender for pile 1, but pile 2 feels like the one that actually is surrendering. And so, yeah, they're reflecting a lot on your dynamic, your connection, and just like thinking about how uncomfortable they've been in your absence. It feels like with this pile that there is definitely an absence. So forgiving and learning, it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I get the sense like your person, pile 2, was having a very hard time releasing their past. releasing their past, forgiving themselves for behaviors that they've done in the past to you, but also to other people. Like it feels like they're just like very afraid of repeating and hurting people again. And then that may have happened. It feels like there was some hurt in this connection, pile 2. So I'm sorry that happened. And playfulness, it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And this person, it's like they're reflecting, they're finding like such joy and comfort in thinking about past moments and past times. And this playfulness, it's like they feel like it's what's needed. And yet they're struggling to bring themselves to an energy that feels playful. So it's sort of like, they're like wanting it to be there and wanting it to exist, and yet really not seeing how that got created, kind of seeing it as almost impossible. Like I feel like your person is really dealing with some inner child wounds and stuff that has been repeatedly coming up since they've been a child. And so this is really really big, really deep work that they are doing. Yeah, really dense root chakra, foundational work. They may be really looking at their family and upbringing differently. They may be looking at their upbringing as something that has held them back more than they realized in the past. It's a very interesting energy here. Like this forgiveness feels like very long-standing forgiveness that's needed. And this true offering is where I got that feeling of throwing the hands up. It says true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So I feel like your person was given this feeling of like total, like they've lost their child self. They've lost this feeling of magic and joy in their life and play. And then they think positively of you and your connection. They think, and it brings them comfort. And yet they feel like they're not quite able to offer themselves up to divine order and divine plan. So what your person needs to see about you, and then what you need to see about your person. Okay. What your person needs to see about you is they need to be in the present and dream of the future. It says when we dream, everything is possible. And your person just stopped dreaming. Your person just like totally gave up on stuff potentially working out, stuff potentially going well. The things that they wanted in life being possible. And it feels like this person was very much in the past, like this forgiveness piece. It's because they're very, very past focused. And so this dreaming and being in the present, dreaming of the future is like a very different energy. It feels like your person is not quite there yet, but they're trying to get there. And so just know that they're doing their best to try and get to that place of being in the present and looking to the future. Because they will realize in time how it slows them down and interrupts and upsets them to be staring into the past as if they have any control over any of that. It's quite a sad realization when people get to it. They realize how much time they've wasted looking at the past, but so beautiful when people realize how little it's actually going to affect anything else. And then what you need to see, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So no matter where you are, if this connection is indeed separated, again, take what resonates. I feel like most of the ones listening to pile 2, they are separated. It says appreciate this moment. And so for your side, just understanding that every moment and present moment is available to you. And so for you to go and do the same thing, reflecting on the past, would really not support the entirety of your connection together. And so if you're looking to heal this connection, even just looking to heal your own internal connection, it's important for you to just look at what is beautiful and what you do appreciate, and try to validate a little bit what things are going right, Okay. Thank you, pile 2. If you want to work with me on your individual scenarios, or if you would like to deal with some of these root issues, getting to the core, getting to the cause of where some of these challenges come up in your life, or repeat patterns come up in your life, I would love to do some deep belief transformation work with you. It's the coolest. Rapid transformational hypnotherapy is my favorite new skill to be utilizing in the healing work. And so, you can check all the links below, but I still do oracle readings. I still do shamanic journeying. And I'm now doing more business healing work. So very, very excited about that. Okay, moving on to pile 3. Oh, pile 3. I'm going to take some water, but it feels like pile 3, you've got to get some movement in your connection. I'm feeling like fluidity, like movement. I'm feeling lots of forward energy. Perhaps your person is really feeling forwardly towards this. It says playfulness, right? Play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance. I see your person as very intelligent, very much seeing things clearly. Very funny too, because I kind of didn't want a carry through message, but it really feels like if you are on pile 3 and you've already listened to pile 1 and 2, this may feel like a continuation of a story. Pile 3, I feel like your person is in playful energy and able to see things clearly and is looking to have a romance, is looking to kind of throw you off your game. I feel like your person is looking to sort of throw you off a little. That's very interesting energy. Okay, so we also have fear and trust. I feel like your person has been in fear and was in fear and has been shifting into trust. So kind of questioning the places in which they had mistrust or inner trust issues and wondering what that was from and maybe whether it was reality for them or not. So that fear feels like more of the past and the trust feels like more of the present. So that's really nice energy if your person is in trust with you. I truly feel trust is a choice. And so you choose to trust or have faith in things. And that's your call as to like how you believe or invest in things. But I feel like the lack of faith and the lack of trust are just not energies that I personally like to carry. I feel like if I'm with someone and I don't have faith in them, then it's really calling me to question, what am I doing in that space? And it's just not natural for me as well. So I would highly encourage, if you're feeling like you don't trust someone who you're with, obviously take a look at where that's coming from in yourself or in the situation, in which case, you need to go if there's really no trust. And then inner child, it says, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. And I see like your person has sort of had an awakening of their own inner child being triggered. And so now they're looking actually at you and saying, I see more of your child self. I see more of the ways in which you have also had challenges. Perhaps they're not writing you off. I feel like they were writing you off before, and perhaps they're seeing you as more complete because they're able to see themselves as more of a complete person, that they are not their inner child, but perhaps they felt they were just acting as their inner child for a while. So now they've sort of separated. They're the adult and the child, so that play card, it's like the adult road to childhood, to brilliance, it's like play and going to a place where you can handle things intelligently and also bring some of that joy back. This says you deserve love. This is for your person, but it's also for you. It says you are lovable. So if there has been any self-worth things coming in the way of your connection, I see those being entirely cleared. And I see this being a very healing connection actually for both of your inner children. And I see this being healing for both of your inner children also because you have similar reflecting wounds. So the wounds that one person has might really tune into the others. So I do feel like there will be a renewed love in this connection. So this does feel like a connection that has already been happening and already been on. So if you have not met anyone, this is not your pile. This feels like something that has already been established or connected in the real world at some point in time. Also wedding. So this feels like a real deal type of connection. So pile 3, it feels like your person is definitely thinking about longevity with you. And it might be very surprising that that's the case. Just based on the way they're acting in the 3D, it might be very, very confusing. But please know in their mind, they're just thinking of how to make things light and how to make things good. And they may be taking their time as well, I hear. For some people, take it as it resonates. So for your person, they need to turn on their heart light. It says, reflect on a time when you experienced love, which is so funny because reflection wasn't in this pile, but it was in the last one. And that happened in pile 2. There was one It's just very funny that it keeps doing that. So pile 1 to 3, you could basically listen to all the way through. And it says, reflect on a time when you experienced love. And I get the sense that this person actually was doing this reflection and realized in their childhood that they didn't really have a good idea of what love was. And so they've been very, very unwilling to accept that there is love because it is in contrast to what they felt growing up. And so that's what's really been eating at them at this time. So I do see this new opportunity for love opening up, and your job as the listener here, be supportive. It says, make a genuine effort to show you care. It feels like when this person is ready to show up, and they might call you out of the blue, they might be very, very light the next time they talk to you. Feels like you're meant to be supportive and or encouraging, and take that as it resonates. See what's possible for you, of course, but this is some guidance. Hopefully it has reached you for how to understand what's going on with your person, or maybe deeper layers to what either might be feeling. So pile 3, if you would like to work with me, you can find all the links below. Please make sure that you've subscribed, make sure that you've liked the video, send me a comment, let me know you're here, and enjoy the rest of your week whenever you should watch this. And hopefully we will connect soon. Okay, take care, everyone.